Hi, I'm Ryan Zhang,
And I'm Benjamin Zhang.
and we're going to teach you
The tips you need to know in
an
AP Capstone Seminar. Before we dive into the tips to help you pass AP Capstone Seminar, let me tell you about the work you will be doing this year. You will start with the IRR, the Individual Research Report. You will be researching a topic and choosing a lens to research about. You will then share this information with your group to form the TMP, the Team Multimedia Presentation. You will create a nice, organized, and informative presentation to share to the class. You'll start with a mock TMP and a mock IRR to help you get a feel for the real thing. After, you will be doing the IWA, Individual Written Argument. This is different from the IRR and the TMP because you are doing this all alone. You will also be doing a presentation, but this time by yourself. Now, let's dive into the tips.
Before you start writing your IRR or IWA, you need to come up with a topic and you need to develop a research question about the topic to research about. The research you do and the stuff you write about in your paper should help answer that question. Don't make a yes or no research question or one that is obvious. Make one that is debatable and can be discussed at length about. Also, don't make your research question too broad or too narrow. If it's too broad, then there's probably already a lot of research papers on it. If it's too narrow, then you might not have enough information to gather for your research paper. You need to check that the sources you're gathering information from are credible. You'll learn more about this when you start to write your annotated bibliographies. An easy way to check the credibility of your sources is to Google the author or the organizations the author and the article are associated with. If the author has a degree that is relevant to what he or she wrote about and the organizations are trustworthy and well-known, then you're good to go.
Now that you've confirmed that the article you are reading was not written by a 12-year-old who has no idea what they're saying, let's discuss what you should be researching. No matter what topic you are researching, you should always include multiple perspectives, which means multiple points of views. It is not good enough to include just one common opinion or the opinion that you side with. You must consider everyone's opinion on the topic. That being said, don't include one person's radical opinion without backing it up with more sources or explicitly stating that it was just one person's opinion. For example, if everyone said they liked ice cream and one person said they didn't, you can't say that everybody doesn't like ice cream. That's called cherry picking.
Another important tip is to look at a source through different lenses. The different lenses include economic, social, ethical, environmental, philosophical, and historical. You should consider these while researching. For example, ask yourself, what information does this source provide about the economic impacts of this topic? Or does this source claim that this topic will affect how people live? These are especially important to consider when you're writing your IRR and making your TMP.
Now, one last thing. Parenthetical citations. They are a must-have in every paper that you write. You must give credit to the sources that you use. Failure to do so means that you have committed plagiarism. Plagiarism is a serious offense that can severely impact your academic performance. To avoid this, simply add to the end of every sentence that has a source, the author's last name, and the source date in parentheses.
There you have it. With these tips in mind, you should have no trouble in the AP Capstone Seminar class. The skills you learn in this course will help you throughout your life, so make sure you pay attention and put in the effort.
Thank you.
Bye!